up, you guys? In this training, what we're gonna go over is how to onboard your team, your virtual assistants, whether that's from Latin America, Philippines, India, South Africa, or anywhere in Europe. Actually, any team member remotely. And we're gonna make sure so that these people will last forever in your company. If you're a real estate investor or wholesaler, this applies to you. If you're any business owner, this will apply to you. So this training specifically is going to help you retain your virtual assistant, your remote worker, because their onboarding is going to be one of the most important parts of their journey inside of your company. So we're going to help you be able to build that out, but understand the fundamentals. Sometimes we think that they're so simple, but that's the fact that they're so simple that they cannot be denied. And we need to go back to some basics. And some of these are a little bit more like business acumen advanced. So make sure that you actually just apply them. And let's go over here the presentation. So we got here the onboarding your team presentation presented by Remote Latinos. So Remote Latinos ultimately wants you to onboard your virtual employee, your remote worker, your remote Latino from anywhere in the world, or anyone that you're hiring, doesn't matter where they are, as the true star that they deserve to be in your team. Usually, let me explain to you, people want to make sure that they're going into a company that they see themselves in the future. So if you're not onboarding your individual, your employee, your new recruit properly, they're probably going to have second thoughts. And just like how buyers will buy for you and they'll have buyer's remorse, probably your employee will also have a higher remorse, because this is a two-way street. So the same way that you're actually hiring them, they're also accepting the faith of being in a great company like yours, right? You're supposed to be showing them a great company. So the same way that you're hiring them, and they also actually want to accept you as a new boss, as a new company that they want to work for, especially those rock stars, those A players. They know that they have options, they have skill set, experience, or they have everything in order to get hired in another company. So they chose you for a reason. So make sure that you don't leave them hanging by not having a proper onboarding process. All right, so the first things that we gotta do is, first of all, we gotta understand that there is a process for this, just like there's a sales process, a marketing process for acquisition, a disposition process. Well, same thing for your remote virtual assistants, remote workers coming inside of your company. Think about a lead coming in, a motivated seller, a homeowner wants to sell. They're coming in and they're receiving emails, they're receiving these text messages. Then you take them through the marketing flow, the marketing funnel. Then you take them through the sales process, the entire sales process, and getting them on the contract. Once you get on the contract, you go through a process. This homeowner receives a great onboarding from your end, making sure that they feel safe that this is going to happen. And then when the deal happens and goes into the closing table, the same thing. You have onboarded your client the same way that you have now are going to onboard your remote worker, virtual assistant. So the second thing is pre-first day preparation. So we got to know what's going to be the first day, and that's going to have a preparation. We're going to have a first day SOP. You have to create a first day SOP for these individuals. Usually you would want to use specific tools to do that. Same thing as a playbook. All right. So if you'll have a playbook for these individuals to go through their first day, it could also include the first week and such. Don't forget your scorecards to making sure that they know exactly what they're going to be doing on a daily basis. You're also going to make sure that there is an onboarding deck. Okay. Onboarding deck that is a team-based And obviously this applies to every single team member that would come in inside your company. Also make sure that there's an onboarding deck for your sales department. So these are VA closers, lead managers, follow-up specialists, inside sales agents, people that are in the sales department. Then we're gonna go through the first 30 days, which are very essential. And then we're gonna go over ongoing training. Okay. So what's the onboarding process? So someone just got hired by Remote Latinos. You got your hire in there, boom. You got that virtual assistant coming in hot. There is the rockstar employee. You're so excited about it. You've gone through the interview process. You understand that this person is going to help you scale. Is going to liberate you from the time that you don't have right now. It's hired. So first, before their first day happens, this is going to be crucial, right? So you're going to have a preparation, understanding. You're going to have to document all of this before their first day, okay? And if you were trying to figure it out on the go, the employee will notice it. The remote Latino, the remote virtual assistant will notice it. Some of them are forgiving. Some of them are not. I've had situations where, hey, I don't think that this is the right company for me. And then they quit right away. So make sure that all of this is done before. You're going to have a first day onboarding, and you're going to have an onboarding deck. And that deck is a slideshow of your company and such. All right. You're going to show them the first 30 days. This could be on a shape of a scorecard. You're going to show them what type of onboarding training they're going to have. This could be in a playbook. All right. So it's document, essentially laying out every single thing that they'll do every single day. You're going to have to document this and show it to them. Set clear expectations. So before the first day, you're going to be able to create all the company accounts. This is email. This is going to be Slack. This is going to be a CRM access. This is going to be any tool whatsoever that they need. Let's say Loom, ClickUp, Asana, Monday. We use ClickUp. You're going to create every single team member employee account. And you're going to add them to, you're going to assign them to a specific email and make sure that it's created. And you have to make sure that this is a list that you have in your task management, project management software. I use ClickUp. We use ClickUp by employee type. So if it's operations and all people in the operations have a specific way, then do it. If it's sales, then do it that way too. And if it's, for example, people in Dispo, make sure that if some of them are also very similar to the other ones in the other company, make sure that you include that, but the Dispo specific things are also included. Same thing for the other positions, transaction coordinators, whatever. You're going to assign first tasks first, all right? And you have to make sure that you actually show this in a scorecard basis. So it's going to be a Google document, and you're going to tell them, hey, so this is what your important role is all about. This is why you're here again. This is our mission, all right? This is your specific mission. This is what the results and expectations that we're going to expect from you, that you're going to need to give us. These are going to be the tasks that you're going to be doing on a daily basis, and the reporting that you're going to actually need to give us in a daily basis and weekly basis. This is, again, a scorecard, being able to understand this is what makes a winner in your position. And if you don't do this, then you're not going to be a winner. However, if you do this, then you become a winner, right? And obviously, like making sure that they have a little playbook where they're going to be able to familiarize with systems immediately and such. Okay. Make sure that before the first day, you send a welcome email. So this will include the email login that you've given them, and we created already, and first day instructions. So for example, in our situation, we give them access to ClickUp, and in ClickUp, in the list, they're gonna see a first task saying, watch this, and there's gonna be a Loom video of me or our operations manager, and we're saying like, hey, go through this ClickUp, boom, 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 go through your training and membership site specifically for you. Make sure you click on this specific task, boom, 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 mark them as done. Make sure you do this exactly like this. I want you to do that exactly like this. Maybe take this test. You're gonna have to be able to become very, very systematic, because they need to be felt that they're going inside a really great company, that you're not just like someone that just created this out of thin air. Okay. First day process. System setup. Make sure that all the systems are set up. So in our situation, our operations manager makes sure that they're added to every single system. Make sure that every single explanation of the system is being sent in that specific checklist. All right, it's going to be in ClickUp. We're going to have ClickUp and videos included. Make sure that their training side is activated so that they can go through that. Make sure that Slack is working for them. Make sure that their email set up properly, their accounts and the CRM set up properly and such. And you're going to give them all the system tutorials in that list, which is going to be onboarding checklist, all right? That includes the checklist of what they have to do. And inside of each one of the bullet points of one of the tasks, you're going to put a date. You're going to insert the video to a Loom, all right, of what they have to do, of you recording yourself doing what to do and telling them exactly what to do. If it is a very simple task, maybe you don't need it, but it's really important that you have task, video, date, and in order, all right? Make sure that you include documentation, documents, if there is any document towards that. Make sure that in first day, there's a contract right in there and an employee kickoff form. So that you go over, you have to make sure they go over through the contract, and there's going to be a form that kicks off everything. And this could be the next meetings. This could be a meeting with any other employee. This could be a series of automations that whenever there is an employee kickoff form, your operations manager fills that out, or the employee itself fill it out. Well, we recommend that at the beginning, operations manager will fill it out depending on the role. And the automation starts with there's welcome emails, welcome SMS, automated like logins or given information, membership, whatever that is. Make sure that that is filled out. Sending employment contracts, all right? That's making 100% like this has to be signed, this has to be given like previously and done previously, but they have to make sure that this is completely signed, all right? Set up payouts. So for instance, you're gonna include them inside of the Wise account, or maybe remote.com, or any payment structure, Payoneer, PayPal, whatever. You have to make sure that they also understand how they're going to get paid. So for instance, we have part of the checklist, how to create an invoice, right? So we have an invoice maker online that we teach them exactly how to create an invoice. And then when it comes to payment day, they send us that invoice and then we pay them, right? Why? Because these are remote workers. Right now, we're not going to teach you how to make sure that they have an employee with with all these benefits and health and stuff like that in their own country. No, these are remote workers, so they work as essentially contractors. Then you're gonna make sure that whatever supplies you're gonna give them, if you're gonna give them something right now, order the employee supplies. There's several websites that help you with that. Swag.com, Swagger, whatever. There's so many websites that you can do that. There's many e-commerce store like that you can order for them if that's something you're doing. Now I recommend to you that you don't worry about this too much right now, but further in the future, whenever you want to create this great culture, brand, stuff like that it's done. And schedule onboarding calls within 24 hours. So make sure that the onboarding call could be that same day or the day after. All right. And then you have an onboarding call with that person where you set expectations. All right. So that's first a process. The onboarding deck for any team member is something that you create, which is going to be a PowerPoint presentation that is going to answer who, the what, and the why. Now you can do this pre-recorded and put in your membership site and training site too, but it's very important that they understand it. It's more important that they know it from you, and you also give them an assignment of what they think about the mission, the vision, and the core values. Okay? You're gonna walk them through the mission, the vision, the North Star, and talk about the founders. If you're the founder, talk about like where you're coming from, what you believe in, what you're trying to do, why you do what you do, because this is the first seed that you plant in their head of why should they actually work with you when situation or times are tough. So you make sure you tell them the mission, the vision of your company and the core values, and assign them an assignment where they're gonna tell you what do they think each core value mean to them. Okay. Then you're gonna set remote work expectations. So remote work expectations could be make sure they log in every single day in Slack and send in a Slack channel, logged in, or starting my day, or a positive affirmation. Make sure that they are, at the end of the day, there is going to be an end of the day report, so they know that it's going to happen. End of the week, they have to give an end of the week report. And the way that we do it is that it's a form they fill out on JotForm or on a form maker, and then we'll know exactly what they answer based on the questions that we give them and how they're going to report what they did every single day. Expectations about the role, about like, hey, making sure that you always having your internet on at all times at high speed, that you are having your Slack open, always available for communication, making like, for example, if you're going to make them have like a timer or something like that connected to the computer, you could also do that. We don't do that anymore. We used to, now we don't. We making sure that they meet specific results and performance. So we don't, time them on that and kind of micro manage them. But if there are specific expectations that you have set up and you will set up with them, then make sure that's done for remote working. Whether that's communication with Zoom, making sure that they use specific system, whatever. So making sure that carrot and stick. What does this mean? So they have to make sure that they stick with this specific things that you're setting with them. And you also have to make sure that whatever it is that you set from the beginning is understood, whether that's a test, whether that's an expectations form, or whether that's a specific summary that you want in written communication from them, right? So that it actually sticks. Make sure that, again, communicate core values and you ask them what it means to them as an assignment. It could take them 10 minutes on what each core value means to them. Then show and tell the KPIs that they're going to achieve and the critical drivers to win in each role. So what does that mean? A winner, a rock star, wants to know what they have to meet and what they have to achieve so that they can overcome it, and that they become a rock star even more, show up as a winner. And the critical drivers, the things that are going to drive the ship forward for each one of the specific roles. The first 30 days, it's going to be the launch, all right? So checking calls with the manager. If you're the manager right now, you have to do this. So at the beginning, it's going to be the CEO. This happens in week 1, which is going to be a specific check-in call where you're checking on their progress in general. Obviously, you're going to have communication with them daily, but you're going to make sure that you check with them how they're feeling, okay? How they're looking in terms of their projects personally, in life, inside of your business, professionally, what they're looking to learn, what they have learned. This is going to happen in week 1 and week 4. Make sure that this conversation is very genuine. Okay. I mean, at some point, we can help you on how to structure these conversations and have frameworks. But this is a genuine conversation. You can create a framework on how to do this conversation. Team meetings, sales trainings for closers, dispo, follow-up specialists and lead managers, Monday to Wednesday. This is gonna be a team meeting where, hey, look, and also Friday, hey, look, every single day, basically, we're gonna have a training on sales, on conversion, on dispo, on following up, negotiating, objection handling, all of that. And this is something that you have to have clear. Like, some people do every single training, every single day. And we highly suggest that you do that. But the beginning, you can do is Monday or Wednesday, and then Friday as well. Now, lead gen training for callers and SMS, Monday to Wednesday, and Friday. Now, you could do this every single day, and I highly recommend that you also do it every single day. But at the beginning, what you can start is doing this every single day training, all right, with the team. And weekly teams recurring one day, all right? So weekly team meeting. This is the whole team where you go over what has worked, what happened last week, what you're looking to project, what are the wins, all right? What are the challenges? What are we looking to solve? Maybe someone wants to share something, an idea, creative idea. You want to make sure that you have like something engaging for your team so that they are also having fun. And training. So training, this will be automated pre-recorded videos. We use membership sites or Trainio with ClickUp, and we're going to have pre-recorded videos for them, all right? And they're going to have to go through these things during the first 30 days. Usually this will happen in the first week where they have to consume all of this because it's training that you have done, recorded in Zooms, such as this ones, or in Loom, and then put them into a membership site, training modules. And they have to go through that so that at some point you're going to be able to automate this part. Some of them are always going to still have to happen. And this also could be group trainings and one-on-ones that you record. Okay. Now, cultural absorption. Make sure that they understand by you showing them. If your culture says, core values say, for instance, that you guys are passionate about your clients, show that and say it. indoctrinate it. Every single day, make sure that it happens. So show me, don't tell me, okay? If you're over-delivering, then show that you over-deliver for your clients and for them. If that's part of your core values, right? If you're always learning, then show that you're always learning. Give them a learning lesson every single day. Create a Slack channel for that and show them. Don't leave them to chance. And start taking on tasks, obviously the first 30 days, that you're gonna be putting them based on their scorecard and, well, based on their playbook, all right, that they're gonna have. Ongoing training. This is huge. So a lot of people think that, hey, I become a business owner and I'm gonna automate, delegate, and then just automate, delegate, and then just like fire myself, right? Like, it just doesn't happen that way, that fast. You need years, and you're gonna be able to like fire yourself from specific positions, but not from the company. And that's by hiring more people, more remote Latinos, more individuals, okay? So make sure that ongoing trainings are gonna be checking calls with the manager, daily talking in Slack, Zooms, all right? Solving their issues in the sense that if they have an issue, they come with you with the potential solutions, whatever they tried, help them solve issues, you know, brainstorm, collaborate on an issue, problem solving, training them in every single day, all right? There's checking calls with the managers, seeing what's going on with their lives, what's going on with their personal life, in also career, quarterly performance review and goal setting. So quarterly performance reviews, you're gonna make sure every single quarter, there's gonna be performance reviews of every single team member. So you're gonna have every single team member on a call, one-on-one, potentially on Friday for 20, 30 minutes, seeing how they have performed. Go through their numbers, go through what they have achieved, go through their challenges, and making sure that you have all these reviews, right? Plus goal setting. This also happens every single month. Team meetings. This is crucial. Every single time, unless you have managers and leaders that do this for you, you're gonna have to have training with them. Train them, continuously train them. A lot of people are missing out on this. If you're not training your team, if you're not making sure that you're sharpening that knife, that sword, you're not gonna be able to cut the steak. New trainings released, make sure that you release new trainings. You invite other people in your team. You invite guests. You buy masterclasses. You buy masterminds. That you buy courses. That you make sure that you're taking new things in order to like elevate their process, their learning, and those that will want to stay whenever your company levels up to other levels, they will stay. All of these trainings will make sure a compound. The ones that help you to get a $1 million per year and are willing and they have the capability of getting to the $3 million will stay. But the others will sift through by themselves, all right? They'll make sure that noise, life by itself, will make sure that it's removing that noise for you. And full-on tasks, all right? Making sure that you, as a CEO, will have a specific task, will give a specific task, and it will create a specific task for your team members that now they become projects, milestones. And you're gonna assign this to the managers, to the leaders, so that they can collaboratively with the team be able to accomplish this, that move the team forward, move the company forward. Okay, if this was a little bit too general, guys, well, let's go over a few important things. Make sure that you actually teach your team how not to be average, but how to be a winner. If they're constantly knowing that they're in your team, in your company, because they're winners, let them know how to become a winner, how to make sure that they're meeting KPIs and those critical drivers so that winners stay winners and losers stay losers. Okay. How average people are just average people. And if something is happening, average people will say, oh, this is a loss. But if a winner, then they show them, hey, business is speaking with you. And many other things, like, for example, it's not an endless loop of defeat whenever something's going on. There's another day, 24-hour rule. Let's say, for example, if someone is average, they'll feel as a victim. Well, you teach them how to be a leader, right? If there's a client fire, it means opportunity. It's not like it's stressing out and things like that.